My name is Evelyn, and I've just moved to Guangzhou, China. This is the 4th city I've moved to in the past 4 years. After being evicted from my last home in Beijing, I really need my new city to feel like home. Also, I'm on the hunt for my 6th apartment in 4 years. Let's settle into Guangzhou together and find ourselves a new home, literally and figuratively. Good morning. I am on the way to go grocery shopping. There's a strip of abandoned houses. I'm gonna need a coffee. One of the things I really love about Guangzhou is that there are lots of fresh produce available, and the other day I found a wet market. No one's sweating. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't have a spare bag, so I'm bringing this foldable storage bin as my grocery bag. I think the best way to settle into a new city is to go grocery shopping and fall in love with local ingredients.
Fresh ginger.
This is what I mean by wet market if you haven't been to one before.
Where the crawdads sing.
The local Cantonese people love to go to the wet market super early in the morning to get the freshest produce.
老板，这个番茄是你家的吗？我要2个番茄，要1块豆腐，2颗小葱。4块钱。好。这是3块，就7块。7块，谢谢。先要这些。谢谢。
So I just came back from grocery shopping. Let me give you a tour of our kitchen. This is basically 2 square meters of space, a counter and a sink. The space does get a little tight when I wash dishes because of these boxes. We have a hot plate, an oven. Most of these things are from last year. When I spent the summer in Guangzhou last year, I barely cooked because we were staying in the same apartment, and as you can see, the kitchen feels a bit miserly. But cooking brings so much joy in my life, and I realized not being able to cook last year had made me very unhappy. So this year I made it a priority to retain the joyful things in my life and build routines to make myself feel more settled in, even when I'm still living with boxes. We haven't unpacked yet because we're only staying here for the moment while looking for a more permanent apartment. I've always loved apartment hunting because while the real estate agents think of me as easy money, I think of them as tour guides. I love walking around different neighborhoods and asking a ton of questions about things to do around the area. I love this vintage looking apartment and the tiles. Oh my gosh, I wish I could afford the rent. This building, I have never seen a building structured like this before. When am I ever gonna see one if not for viewing apartments? Honestly, apartment hunting is so fun if you don't have deadlines or a budget. Here in Guangzhou, the agent fee is 1 month's rent, but it's shared by the landlord and the tenant, which I am more than happy with because previously I had always had to pay the full agent fee and just silently feel unfair but never questioned it.
是，这里呢是246，这6张嘛，这6张我们也是卖40，上35给你，800、970，太会讲价了，真的没有这么便宜，我的因为。
We ended up getting what 24 tapes for 605.
Yeah.
Dave drives a harder bargain than I do.
No, I only did it with you by myself.
So now we're looking for a 1080p screen for me to edit videos on. Oh no, there are some screens up there, but they seem a bit older and like smaller.
Wow, we got some old watches here. We're testing out the computer screen. That's terrible. It's restarting. So we gotta keep looking because the last one didn't work out. Feeling a bit snacky.
Welcome to my apartment. I got a haircut. I feel like there's been so many changes from the external world that I just needed one for myself, like a small one that makes me feel cute. So I've actually been in Guangzhou for 6 weeks now. I've made a couple of quick trips to Hong Kong and Macau because they're very close by, which you might have seen over on Instagram. I think now I can say I am pretty happy where I am. I think it's always scary to move to a new city, and the past weeks of settling in has been overwhelming. Everything's turned out okay so far, so that's a good reason to believe that everything will be okay. Shout out to all of you guys here who's also moving to a new city or dealing with changes in life. You got this, and I will see you next time. Bye!